Oh, Jesus. No. Here we go. Recording and live on Facebook. Here we go. See what happens. It's opening up my Facebook page. Okay. Oh, it's giving me the option. That's great. Page manage, yeah.
Are we allowed to play covers, or is this all originals?
No, you can play whatever you want. Okay. It's preparing a live streaming preview. You might need to get closer to your phone when we're talking.
Okay.
Oh God.
Like,
Hi, live producer. Not now. All right.
One of the things I've done with my phone, Sarah, was put it up on a music stand, like almost like above me, and angle it down. I even taped it, but I don't know if that's possible. But
yeah, I don't even have a music stand.
There, I can hear you really well talking right there. So maybe when we're chatting, you can just sit in and then.
Okay. Or I can even move it like, because isn't it kind of awkward for me to be like, oh, blah, 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 blah. Like, you know
No.
what I mean? Okay, all right.
I can see you, but
Okay,
it's weird. I'm seeing this, it's delayed, I guess. Oh boy, here we go. All right. This is not helpful to me because I'm seeing a whole different few seconds delay, which is very confusing. Okay, where is Zoom? I'm going to bring back, here we go. We'll let it do whatever it's doing. Right, so on Zoom, I just see your guitar now. Welcome.
Okay, I was actually wondering if maybe there was some like gunk where the microphone is, and that's why you can't hear me well, like pocket gunk or something.
Yeah, I can see you okay.
Okay.
Well, sometimes the phone mic is not so great. Sometimes it's great. I don't know. We're all there's a learning curve here with our
right.
internet performances, trying to sort it out. So welcome everybody to the open doors of the One World Digital Cafe. So we're going to hang out and chat and about music and play some tunes. And so Sarah, there's Sara Grace.
Hi.
There's Sarah, and here's Melanie Blackbird. And I'm Rachel Elion Baird. So let's start with Sarah. What are you wanting to start off with music-wise, and why? Like, what are these songs about? Are they yours? Are you covering something? And yeah, kind of your.
Sure. Yeah. How about I'll play one of my originals called Naive, and I mean, I'm not honestly not one to talk much about my songs or why I wrote them. I hope that I'm still a good candidate for this show.
Absolutely.
Like...
We talk about all kinds of stuff.
Okay, cool.
Random things that come up.
Some
people can get into the heads of the musicians, you know. It's like, what do you guys talk about when you're warming up and backstage or whatever? Yeah, we talk about whether the fries were good and
right. Yeah.
What we're gonna do afterwards.
Right. So yeah, some people are better at it than others.
Yeah.
Isn't that part of why we're musicians, though? We like to put the words into the poetry.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I personally like to hide behind an instrument. It's more comfortable.
Yes, me too. Yeah, at any party. I think that's actually Melanie. That's how I met you. Is at a party, and I was experiencing a lot of social anxiety because I actually didn't know it was going to be a party. I thought it was just a few people coming over to jam, and my safe place was in large crowds is instruments. So, but I'm glad I did.
Exact thing here. Same
Cool.
exact.
Cool. Aw.
I'm glad
Well,
we're doing this, guys, because yeah, I had a hard time today with this whole COVID. I mean, uh, and
Today was something, wasn't it?
honestly, I almost canceled. I couldn't get out of bed. Couldn't get out.
Yeah. I woke up with a headache and went back to bed, but we're having a lot of weather here today.
But honestly, just putting the guitar in my hands, I feel better already.
Yeah.
Not why we do it, right?
Thinking about music, right? Yeah. I was gonna say, I just finished I've been writing dirges lately. Can't seem to get out of the mood of A minor. Today's definitely an A minor day, man.
yeah. Where are
Great.
you? Are you?
I'm on Martha's Vineyard.
Okay.
Yeah, but I spend a lot of time in Vermont. I used to live there. I know Melanie from Martha's Vineyard, though.
Nice.
So, yeah. So, what part of Vermont are you in, Sarah?
Montpelier, the
Oh, right,
capital.
Montpelier,
Yeah.
Montpelier.
The shiny gold dome.
Yes, the fabulous capital, the center of
Yeah.
creativity in the state, I must say. So,
You
I've
think so?
learned that if I mute everyone else and then put it in speaker view, it'll give the audience just who's playing. So, I'll do that, and then maybe why don't you play a couple tunes? You can talk and play, and then I'll unmute everybody again, and then we can chat a little more.
Okay. Are
Okay,
you
I'm
ready?
muting my.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's me. I'm naive. I believe everything I see. Hand me an umbrella and then push me from a tree. I'm a sucker for sweet talking. I like Little Miss Mary Poppins. Just a spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down. When you jump from ship to ship, like I jump from town to town. You got disappearing tricks in a fit, but you can't drown a fish. Sit right up for a show you won't believe. Eyes wide open, nothing up my sleeve. Smoking mirrors, whiskey and nicotine. Close the curtain, house lights and a scene. And I apologize for being a womanizer. And now my eyes are fixed on the woman that's inside me. 'Cause with every falling tear creates a puddle of a mirror. And everything I fear for is all becoming clear. Step right up for a show you won't believe. Eyes wide open, nothing up my sleeve. Smoking mirrors, whiskey and nicotine. Close the curtain, house lights and a scene. Call velvet rope, sung loose like a tie around my throat. A stone's throw, I make a ripple in the mirror. Now so clear through the looking glass, Alice has show no fear. Pour one out on the ground, pass that bottle around. Let go your ego, your hang-ups, down the bend, a downriver raft friend. Misty eye, let reflection shine. smoke and mirrors, whiskey and nicotine. Close the curtain, house lights in the sea. Cool. Cool. Okay, one more. Okay. I'm gonna play you a Nina Simone tune. It's one of my favorites. It's called For Women. My skin is brown. My arms are long. My hair is woolly. My back is strong. Strong enough to take the pain. Inflict it again and again. What do they call me? My name is Aunt Sarah. Aunt Sarah. Aunt Sarah. My skin is yellow. My hair is fine. My hips invite you. My mouth like wine. Whose little girl am I? Anyone who has money to buy. What do they call me? My name is Sweet Thing, Sweet Thing, Sweet Thing, Sweet Thing. It's Sarah. My skin is tan. My arms are long. Between two worlds, I do belong. My father was rich and white. He forced my mother late one night. What do they call me? My name is Saphon. Saphon, yeah. Sweet thing. And Sarah. Sweet thing. My skin is black. My manner is rough. I kill the first mother I see. My life has been rough. I'm awfully bitter these days. 'Cause my parents were slaves. What do they call me? Hey. My name is Peaches!
Peaches, damn.
Peaches! Love that song.
I wouldn't call her Peaches.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's a
That's,
great song.
That's a great song. Yeah, who else do you listen to? Who do you like?
well, Nina Simone is my favorite. Like, if I had to choose one artist that I could only listen to, it would be Nina Simone.
Mhm.
I love Ani DeFranco. She's like a long time inspiration.
Mhm.
Her guitar playing, her performances, her writing, just everything about Ani is amazing. Well, at least for what I know, and I grew up on a lot of hippie stuff. My parents are deadheads, so
Right.
you know, so
Like
it,
hippie stuff.
Grateful Dead. The
Yeah.
Grateful Dead. I've been to 11 Dead concerts, real
Wow.
ones. Yep. Lots of Bob Marley, lots of like David Grisman, and bluegrass. The good. I can't think of their names right now, but the good ones. Who's
Oh yeah.
who's
One of the things I love about the Grateful Dead is especially like Jerry would play all those different old songs and like the real joy in the song and the story song especially. Um, I noticed you warmed up with John Henry, one of my favorite tunes. I love these old stories of our nation, especially told through song.
Right.
right?
So, who do you guys do you guys go listen to anybody up in Vermont? Is there anybody that you
It's a
like
wonderful.
to go hear live when you're not gigging? When we're
Yeah,
not
Solo
intern?
Monday.
Hmm?
Solo Monday
Uh-huh.
is Ray Pachkowski and Russ. Um, Russ is the drummer, and Solo Monday is their duo, and they're amazing. Just the two of them. It's Ray on keys, but he's got this whole setup. He's got like a Wurlitzer and a Leslie thing going on. He's got like three
I
different
love
keys.
those old keyboards.
So
Yeah.
Particular sounds.
yeah, they're
How
great.
about you? How about you?
Melanie?
Oh, me? Oh, well, definitely those guys. Gosh, there's so much great music in Vermont, actually. Um, I keep finding that I love just a lot of the regular, just different musicians. Like every pub you might go through has like great music in it. So it could be, anything throughout the evening, for sure. Actually, one of my favorites is Sara Grace.
Aw.
I
Thanks.
love the women who are out there doing it because we know that it's a bit of a boys' game. And
Yeah, can be.
yeah, and I just love anytime I see a woman up there doing it, singing it out, playing it out. I just respect it so much just because I know my personal, when I was in music school, I was like, in the time, it was like the only one it was a small community school, but I was the only girl studying jazz. And in a world of guitar players, and I'm not really a guitar player, but oh, I don't know. There's just Vermont has a beautiful music scene. A lot of the little pubs and inns. I just find there's just great music everywhere, and all types of music too.
Yeah, I when I'm in Vermont, I have an office in Bristol, and I'm totally. It's just there's this dive. I can't even think of the name of it. And
Hatch 31.
yes, Hatch. That's right. Yeah, Tuesday nights at Hatch.
Yep.
Great.
I actually sang with a bunch of bluegrass boys up there.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, there's this guy. I'm totally. Oh my God. Sorry, I had a headache today, so my brain's not fully on. I'm trying to think the name of the Tuesday night band and the guy who plays. Everybody sits in. It's a. You should go and jam with them, Sarah. Sometime I'm sure you
It's not
sit
it's
in,
not
blow
Kelly
their
Ring.
socks off, huh?
It's not Billy Raven.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, well, he moved to Nashville.
What?
Yeah, he moved
When
to
did he
Nashville.
move?
Uh,
Recently.
like, yeah, like 3 months
March?
ago or something.
February? Because I thought I saw him in there like January, February. I go a lot when I'm up in
Maybe.
Vermont.
I'm curious about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know,
could
but
see
I
him in
just,
Nashville. He'd do really well. Well, I wonder who's
yeah.
gonna fill in those shoes.
Well, right. Well, no one now, for now. But
Right.
anyway.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Eventually we
Who
can all be in
knows?
the same space at some point. God.
Yeah, it's so weird.
We're gonna
Like,
do
I
a
don't
lot
know.
of jamming on the beach here in summer. I can see everything's been canceled here through the end of summer, all the events. So,
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, how is normal? What is normal gonna look like in 2 months?
yeah.
Like, who
We're
knows?
gonna be performing behind plexiglass. There are some places that I wish coming up in the California scene that had that for other reasons.
uh, right. Bog tomatoes,
Just
beer bottles.
people falling on stage and being so drunk. I mean, it's crazy
Oh,
stuff.
Jesus.
But,
Seeing all these funny, I don't know if they're making fun of them, but let's just say there's a few things going around with different pictures of people who are making their own masks.
yeah, they're hysterical.
Like,
Did you see the one of the dinosaur, the rainbow dinosaur taking out the trash? That was pretty good. It was a full body mask, of course.
oh my God.
Like people are dressing up in costumes now to take out the trash and go to the grocery store. It's brilliant. I love how creative humans are.
Yeah.
Like 101 uses for your Halloween costume.
Right.
COVID-19. Oh god. Like we get bored and then we get creative. It's good. So you guys said that you met at a was it a party at somebody's house or a
Yeah,
musical
it
jam
was
night?
my music friend Ben Dunham,
Mhm.
and he has these little house parties, and he had Charleston, no, Carlston Livingston, who was a sort of a reggae legend guy, he knows Sly and Robbie, old school guy, and he was performing. He had this guy come to his house and stay
Mhm.
there and play some music, and
I love house concerts.
yeah, me
They're
too.
great. Yeah.
They're the best. Yeah, and Melody, um, just, I mean, we locked eyes. I mean, we were playing. I had a bunch of percussion toys. I was playing a djembe, and it
Mhm.
was just like, yes, yes,
Jamming? What? Party?
like
Cool. You're
totally
there, huh?
jamming. And I was like, damn, I know it might, maybe it sounds, maybe it's, I don't know if this is sexist or not, but I mean, I'm always just blown away when I meet women who are amazing musicians, amazing percussionists. I feel like it just, in my experience, it hasn't happened very often, or maybe I'm not going out enough, but when that does happen, I'm like, yes,
Yeah, no, it's
you.
not that you're not going out enough. It's not in like it's like when I was in school, drums weren't an option. It was flute or clarinet. It's like they didn't say, "Hey, you want to be a percussionist?" I would have been, "Yeah." My mother wouldn't have let it anyway. Too much noise, right? Banging on stuff. She also forbid string instruments because, you really suck on violin for 20 years basically until you're brilliant at it. It's horrible.
Yeah.
Or cello. I wanted to play cello actually, but my
I
brother had murdered the cello before me, so it was not an option. It was horrible.
literally had my stepfather. So my parents split when I was 3.
Mm-hmm.
My mother was um, a music teacher. My father, a big band jazz drummer.
Oh wow.
Split when I was
There
3.
you go. There's the drum influence.
Oh yeah, I couldn't get away from it. Anyway, my stepfather that my mother remarried was a very prolific opera singer.
Oh
And
wow.
grew up in the Academy of Music in Northampton, Massachusetts, like at least twice a year doing major performances of from operas to musicals, you name it. Starting when I was first on stage when I was like 6 as a child in the chorus. But my stepfather, they always kept trying to push me towards classical music, and I could play a pretty good classical piano. But my dad would actually gave me drumsticks, you know, when I was young, and actually a drum set. And of course, my stepfather, I believe, hid my drumsticks. So they're always pushing us towards certain instruments.
Yeah.
I ended up being a hand drum player because of that.
Like I can still play the drums without the sticks, right? So Melanie, how many instruments do you play? I know you said you're not, even though you play guitar quite well, that's not your main instrument. So is keyboard your main instrument?
I would say keyboard and voice would be one of my main. I'm not playing it today because I still don't have the Zoom figured out on this stuff.
Yeah, we're having problems with distortion, unfortunately.
But really, you can't cart a piano around to the forest to play music.
No,
Time
not unless you have
writing
No.
in the forest.
a
Or
really significant roadie budget.
funny, but Sara Grace, I mean, Rachel and I had kind of swam around each other on the vineyard, but we actually connected in Vermont.
Oh, this is brilliant, actually. Do you remember where?
Yes, I do. So one of the things that I love to do is just go to a big body of water somewhere and play music. And so I'm on the shores, and I think it was Shelburne or something.
Yeah, no. I have to tell the story. I have to tell the story now. So we're in Charlotte, and I go with my friend April to the lake, and I hear this voice. I hear a guitar and a voice off in the distance, and I'm like, oh my God, I think that's Melanie, because I had heard her play. I was like, I know that, but listen to that beautiful music. And I'm like, oh, I think I know that person. So we followed her voice down to the lakefront, and she was playing and singing. Yeah, there's like a little public shoreline in Charlotte, beautiful, with view of the Adirondacks. That is that's the public swimming hole, basically. And so we followed the Pied Piper sounds, and I was like, Melanie! I knew I knew that voice. Yeah, I didn't even know she was in Vermont. The last time I had ran into her was on the vineyard. So.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, not
I
well.
love that.
Small world.
It really is.
Well, I just think the way energy works. It's like, okay, we're supposed to cross paths. So random. I wasn't even supposed to be in Charlotte that day, but I had a bunch of cancellations, and I ran up to see a friend I hadn't seen in a while, and she's like, let's go swim. I'm like, okay.
It was beautiful. The
Wait,
sun
so
was shining.
how long ago was that?
How long was that? Couple summers ago, I think. Yeah, because 2 or 3 summers ago, maybe 3. Yeah, because I moved to the vineyard 2 summers ago. I've been working here in the summer, so I don't get up to Vermont a lot in the summer because it's crazy time here.
What do you do for work?
I do a bunch of stuff. I am a yoga instructor, and craniosacral therapy is my specialty, and I also do massage therapy, which summer here anyway, that's a long conversation. That's why I have an office in Bristol still. I used to have a holistic health center and an art gallery up in Middlebury. And then I decided to not do that anymore and pursue other things. So I'm in that process of transition. And one of the things was I was always missing the ocean. So I grew up really close to the ocean in San Francisco. So when I'm away from it, I realize I'm kind of a fish out of water. And the lake is lovely. It used to be an equatorial sea. It used to be salt, but it's not salt anymore, and I need that salt water, I guess. And
Yeah, that makes sense.
it was a nice. It's a nice substitute when I'm in Vermont. I live on the lake actually, so.
Cool. I think
So.
now, you told this story, and I think I'm having, I think my brain is going, wait a minute, I think I've heard of you before. I think I've heard your name before in terms of like healing craniosacral. I may have heard some friends.
Yeah, I'm like maybe one of 2 or 3 people in the state that does craniosacral therapy at the level I do it. So probably you might have. Yeah, I know a few people, or in passing, I had a bunch of clients at my holistic health center who were going to Goddard, so they were up in the Montpelier area a lot. So you might have ran into them somewhere. But yeah, that's how far they would come because it's few and far between in that state. Yeah. There's a lot of great things about Vermont, but having grown up in San Francisco, the winters for me, no ocean, winters suck. so,
Right.
so that's what I've come to. Like, I like winter, but not that much winter. So, but it's beautiful. I'm looking forward to getting to come up again when we're not, whatever we're doing, staying in place, hanging out, writing a lot of songs, actually. So speaking of which, anybody want to add anything before I have Melanie play us a couple tunes?
You know, the connection to water is a big one for me. And you know, Vermont drew me here for its beautiful waterfalls.
Yeah, great waterfalls.
We wouldn't have if it wasn't for all the snow that we get and these beautiful springs that are everywhere. And the beauty is that, especially in this time of isolation, you can find a place all your own by a little waterfall, you know, these little nooks and crannies in Vermont, and just feel totally safe and alone. And actually, the first song I'm going to do is kind of about that river. And it's actually about the Mad River.
Oh, great.
And
Love the Mad River.
But it's
Okay, I'm going to mute both of us so you can.
blissful. Softly the sound of the river sings a mellow song. Takes me on its journey and dreams I flow along. I'm wistful and I'm dancing as I walk along. Take me with you, river, till I wake and dream no more. My life is just a journey I weave into my song. But take me with the river, I wanna sing along. Full moons carry music on the wind, and I'm wild like the wind, like the wind, like the wind. Yeah, full moons carry music on the wind, and I'm wild like the wind, like the wind, like the wind. Moonbeams reflected on waters are shimmering. Slices of icicle sparkle, and I'm shivering. All the magic of this moment is fleeting, but so worth remembering. Yeah, full moons carry music on the wind, don't know. I don't think there's anything more inspiring than just the beauty of this earth, and to be thankful for every breath is I guess the healing of the music, you know, for ourselves. Because I feel like every time I pick up a guitar, I'm just trying to heal my own heart. And you know, we've all got pain in this life. And I don't think there's a better gift than music to kind of lift us through this time. So thankful for that.
Yeah.
It makes me think of this song. And actually, this is funny. I gotta tell you this. This next song I'm gonna do for you guys. Hopefully I can play it. I haven't played it for a while. But it's called Earthchild. And it's kind of strange because the lyrics almost tell the story of my life. And when I wrote it, I hadn't lived it yet.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
specifically remember I was in Arizona when I started writing it in this really cool Adobe, like, it was almost like an Adobe igloo, like in the desert. It was this amazing spot. The words that was made out of saguaro cactus bodies. It was just this incredible journey. And I had recently gone on another journey where I went cross country. Oops. And you know, sunbathing on a cliff in the desert, and then traveling up with friends up to the Sequoia National Forest, to the redwoods, and just seeing so many beautiful sights along the way, you know, in the middle of the night as our friends are driving, and I'm like half asleep in the back of the van. We're driving through Texas oil fields, and you hear the it's a crazy crazy image I'll never forget. But this one song, Earthchild, the lyrics start: one step over the mountain, two steps into the sea, another step for the breath of life, this earth shall carry me. You know, my 10 years out in the vineyard was a big part of my life. And now I was at the ocean, and now I moved to the mountains. And it's almost like backwards, 2 to 1. I don't know. But that's Earthchild. I'll play it for you, see if I can remember. Look at that sky. Oh, those trees. Such beauty, such beauty. This earth shall carry me. This earth shall be my guidance, my earth, my eternity. She's a breath of life that sustains my soul, the life that will set you free. She feeds your spirit. She feeds your soul. She has that special something you cannot quite describe it. Her beauty gives such a nourishment. She keeps you satisfied. Ooh, ooh, ooh. one step to the ocean, another up the mountaintop, nothing more beautiful than I just won't stop trying to protect this land that I love. All of the animals, the sweet peace dove, I'm just in a child. I'm in a child. I'm telling you, honey, I'm just in a child. And I'm running wild, so wild. Ooh, ooh, yeah. Na, 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 no. No, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm just another child. I'm just another child. I'm just another child. And I'm running wild. I'm going one step over the mountain, two steps into the sea, another step for the breath of life. This earth shall carry me, mama, child. I get giggly when I'm playing.
So there's some jazz for you. A little funky jazzy. That was awesome.
Thank you.
That was fun. I was taking advantage of that and jamming along with you.
I saw that. Hey, Sarah, a little closer to your phone.
Okay, all right.
You're talking.
How's this?
There you
How's this?
Yeah, good.
Okay, cool.
Can't wait till we can figure out, how they're doing it, just to be able to play live together.
Yeah, I was on the local open mic the other day, and almost everybody's got some kind of external box that they're running into their computer.
There is a
on the
pro-
side. Huh?
there's a type of processor that can
Yeah, most people had that. They had pretty fancy setup. And it has to be individual with Zoom. It's like, there isn't a common sound. It's all, each room is different. So that's why I think your room's bouncier. You have more natural reverb in the room, which is why it's feeding back, right? Yeah. Oh.
and they have hounds upstairs howling.
Nice.
As Castaneda would say, that's an agreement from nature. I love that.
Singing along usually over here.
Yeah, that's good.
So
What?
Rachel,
Something, Sarah? Huh?
now let's tell us, tell kind of equate Sarah with some of your songs. Let's hear from you. I want to hear some of your.
Hear from me. Okay, well, I decided I was going to do a couple tunes tonight. I'm missing somebody in California, so I am playing songs that have the word California in them. So random, right? So I'm going to play a couple tunes. The first one is called Evanston, actually, and I wrote this song. I was literally driving through Wyoming. Like, I had the guitar in my lap. I wouldn't do that these days, but it was a really boring long drive. I was heading towards Montana and to visit a friend, and oh my God, the road was so long and so like nothing going on, So this song came out. Just I was seeing things, but again, I was thinking of somebody in California, and they were wanting me to come out there, and I was entertaining, like, turning west and heading that way instead of continuing through Wyoming, the direction I was going. So I know that there's a famous song about Evanston, Illinois. This is not that Evanston. And have you noticed, if you've crisscrossed the country a little bit, how every state has got towns with the same name, and it's really bad in New England. Like, New England, there's every town that was in England is in New England in every state. So they weren't very original.
Right.
It is so boring. I'm kind of like, can we rename some
I
of this?
know. Well, in San Francisco, there's a whole neighborhood, it's actually a ghetto, where all the street names are places in the world like Paris, Vienna, Russia. It's like, wow. It would have been more interesting like Smith Street, like a Smith lived there at one point, a Smith here, so, it's like, maybe I should do a song about that, like just include all the names of the places, like so random. It's like you could get knifed in Vienna right here in San Francisco.
Yeah.
I don't know. So that's the first tune, and then the second tune I just finished writing, so I hope I don't completely botch it. Like I can forget the lyrics or the chords because it's brand new, but it's about this person in California. So without further ado, so Evanston's just like this funky song. You'll see, it's just funky strange. Okay, all right, you guys are muted. Oh, gotta put it back on speaker view. Oh, did I mute myself? Why are you on speaker view? Okay, Sarah, you need to unmute yourself. Does that work? Or did I mute you? Okay, no, it should. Hang on.
I can hear you.
Okay, yeah, but I'm trying to get it back on speaker view. So you both have to be muted, and then I hit speaker view. Because it was showing Sarah. No, now it's showing you. Okay, come on. That's so weird. So are you just seeing me, or are you seeing all three? Yeah, that's me too. Okay. Now are you just seeing me? No, okay. I'm gonna unmute and then remute people. Don't touch it. Don't touch anything. Don't let me do it, because I think if I don't do it, that's why it's not working. Okay. Unmute. Unmute yourself, Melanie. Okay, let me mute you. Don't touch it. All right. Oh, God. This happened last time, do you remember? I spent hours trying to figure this out after. I'm going to try to unmute and see what happens. I am not muted. Okay, speaker view. Okay, there we go. Let's hope that works. All right, without further ado, Evanston. I am so technically challenged, it's sad. I moved the guitar from a very warm upstairs to a not so warm downstairs, so it's been going out of tune like crazy since then. Sorry about that. The tuning. I literally just tuned it like 5 minutes ago. It's really windy here too, so when the wind's blowing, the room gets cold really fast. Sorry. Maybe I should break down and change my strings, huh? Nah, that's too much work. All right. Okay. There we go. Montana. 3 birds perched on 3 sticks. One evil sitting down the road away said, look here, listen to what we're saying. Maybe you should go for the West instead. All the way to California. So what do you think? I can make it all the way to Evanston tonight. I can make it to Evanston. Maybe I can make it all the way to Evanston tonight. I can get to Evanston. In my head, thoughts of you, your voice on that tape I'm playing. Seems like I'm always waiting for something, expecting something better. Like no place else on earth, the sign's red. No joke, but you know, there's a whole lot of nothing fills up Wyoming. So what do you think? I can make it all the way to Evanston tonight. I can make it all the way to Evanston. Maybe I can make it all the way to Evanston tonight. I can get to Evanston. So I won't take that road north from here. After all, I can't see too much now that it's raining. Bugs and the car's been overheating from the guts in the grill. I saw a dead horse earlier by the side of the road, and I wondered if it was one of those wild horses you always see on nature shows. Oops, about Wyoming, running free. I can make it all the way to Evanston tonight. Maybe I can make it all the way west. And if I do, I guess we'll figure out the rest. So I'll give you a call when I get to Evanston. Yeah, when I get to Evanston. When I get to Evanston. Is that okay? It didn't distort, hopefully. Still trying to get levels. Okay, here is, let me just look at the first line, that usually helps. Okay. Here's the song I just wrote. There's that A minor. Gotta put it in there. Remember in your body in that light, everything you whispered. Now I lie awake in a dream that's fading, and the nights grow colder. What has our love become? A shadow travel in the walls, the echo of a song falling on the bed. You wanted me to call, and I am calling. So how's the moon in California? I am wanting you with me. Stay. How's the moon in California? I can see from here. She overhead. When is it all too much? When is enough enough? Is it ever? So much went unsaid when you left. Now I'm calling you. So how's the moon in California? I am wanting you with me instead. How's the moon in California? I can see from here. She overhead in California. I wish I could get across these miles. Open wide your memories. Oh, if I could only somehow just reach to you all the way in California, California. So how's the moon in California? I'm wanting you with me instead. How's the moon in California? I can't see from here. She overhead, overhead in California. Wish I was with you in California, California. I can't see from here. Okay, let's hit the unmute. Oh,
Hey.
there you go. Hey.
So by chance, do you admire Joni Mitchell?
Oh, God.
I'm sorry. I
Melanie
totally-
asked me the same thing last time.
Really?
Yeah. Well, when I write dirge tunes, I guess that's probably an influence.
Right.
Yeah, Blue is one of my favorite albums, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
That was beautiful.
totally, we probably all have that in common.
Joni, the goddess.
This is
Proud of her.
for the same, by the way.
Huh?
When I do this, it means kind of like ditto.
Right.
School teacher stuff.
Sign language. It means something else in Italian, you know?
Oh.
You're one word.
Something about grabbing a certain body part painfully, from what I know from Little Italy in San Francisco. Anyway. Right. So yeah, my little missing somebody over there. And Can't get there from here right now. So,
So let's put Sarah on the spot because I loved hearing about your writing that song and getting the imagery about your trip and then missing someone in California. Sarah, talk a little about some of these
yeah.
songs. I know you don't like to.
Yeah, why don't you, I
Tidbit.
want you to play us out. So, you want to play another tune or so? Tell us a little bit about the
Oh, well,
song.
yeah. Well, so the
And
next
move a
song
little
that I'm gonna
closer to your phone. Sorry, I can't hear you when you talk as much. Yeah.
like I was trying to like clean out the microphone while you
See if
guys were
there's any
playing.
lint in there.
Well, I keep it in my pocket, so I guess it didn't work. So, but anyway, I you guys were talking about the ocean, and I have
Hmm.
a song that I wrote called "The Tide." Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you good
Okay,
now.
cool. I have a song that I wrote called "The Tide" that I
Mhm.
actually came here to this totally unprepared. I didn't have an agenda or anything.
That's great.
So I'm just riffing
Play
off of this
whatever you're
music.
moved to play.
Yeah, and the tide is basically a
Turning.
song of yeah, it's about the push and pull and one day you're up and the next you're down and that's just like sometimes you're under the wave and sometimes you're riding it.
Hmm.
That's just the nature of things, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Being
should I play it
human.
for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, being
Yeah,
human.
I'm going to mute us. Yeah.
Humans are
Do-
capable of so
Mute me
much.
again. Mute me again, Rachel. I whoopsied.
All right, can you hear me? Can y'all hear me? Okay, I'm like leaning into the phone. I don't care if it's awkward looking. It's just we do it for the music, right? Another day goes by, the sun in my eyes. When with time, it's changing time. It's been years since I just wanted to tell you your love has gone and left me blue. And there's nothing to turn to, there's no remedy left for me. The wind with time, changing the tide. The water, the ocean is a magic potion. It's in my blood, it's in my belly. It's a lot to carry. The ground is breaking. So kick off your boots, let go of your breath. Day is over, the sun is dead. I'm dying, but I'll die trying to find you. It's all I know how to do. that's it for you and me. You're just a memory. Let me let go of you. Getting the best of me. I got the best of you. I got the moon. I got the music. I've got nothing left to prove. Nice, cool. Aw,
Nice.
thanks.
Sweet.
Yeah. Do you want more?
Yeah. You want to do another
Okay,
one?
one more?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's see. Ooh, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna play Anais Mitchell, speaking of Vermont musicians. Anais Mitchell's Why We Build the Wall from her Hadestown folk opera. Which she lived across the street from me while she was writing Hadestown, and I got to be one of the lucky people who got to be in the original, the first 2 years of the original folk opera, Hadestown, which is now on Broadway. They had to shut down Broadway.
Yeah,
But,
they were, I know Michael. They were in London last year too. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
He plays at the
they,
Hatch a lot, actually.
yeah. I was gonna say, oh, Bristol, and yeah,
Yeah,
you must know Michael. Yeah,
yeah.
totally. So, the one song that I got to sing in the entire opera was this song. I had
Well,
one song, that was it.
that's something.
Mhm.
Yeah, didn't
Yeah, I mean,
they won a Tony, I think, this year for it.
they won 8 Tonys
Oh,
and
wow.
one Grammy.
Wow.
I did not know this, Sarah.
Yeah.
And I absolutely, one of the first times I saw you play, you did this song, and I freaked out, and I was probably singing way too loud and harmonizing with you because it's,
Nice.
oh my
Cool.
God, I love it. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
So I think I was actually, besides Aeneas, I was actually the first person to sing this song besides Aeneas.
Mm.
And I remember, God, it was years ago, I mean 2007 or something.
Mhm.
I just remember Ben Matchstick being like, "Here's this song, this song was written for you," and I just took it on, and I love the song, and I had so much fun, and I got to be. She has an album that Ani DeFranco put on her
Mhm.
label on Righteous Babe Records since
Right.
before it went Broadway, and I got to be on that track as well. So that was cool. Like I wrote home to mom about that because Ani's one of my,
Yeah.
just
The album
how
music
cool.
with, and then didn't Ani DeFranco play Persephone? Is that the same
Yes,
song?
exactly. Yeah, she totally did. I don't know if Ani has a part in that track specifically on the album, but there's like 19 tracks on that album. I could be wrong,
Oh,
but
it's incredible.
yeah,
Incredible.
it's such a beautiful album produced by Todd Sikafus, who also toured this second year. We did Hadestown for 2 years, and the second year, Todd Sikafus, stand-up bass player, his main gig is with Ani. He's been with her for decades,
Mhm.
and he played with us the second year, and then he produced that album. Amazing musician, that guy.
Well,
So that was such a cool, like, just,
anyway,
yeah, kind of feel like, oh man, if there was one thing I did in my life, like, that was a big one. Heart,
wonderful.
yeah, heart
Awesome.
filling.
And the story, I mean, the story of Orpheus is so timeless and so powerful. I mean,
He was the musician who made the gods cry. That
Wow,
Right.
I didn't know
playing touched them, and like, oh yeah. I mean, of course, it's, there was an opera, Gluck did Orpheus and Eurydice.
that. Right.
The Brazilian, oh, what was it? There's the movie Orpheus from Brazil, and it's all this like Brazilian music, and it takes the same storyline, and it's so powerful. And I mean, Anais made it so original and the music. Actually, I'm so excited. That's just great.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I mean, and there was like, you know, she wrote so many songs for this play, and then they changed. There's so many new ones that are on the Broadway show now that weren't there before. There's so many, like, just constantly evolving songs that weren't, included. Like, just so much work, so much focus. And I remember performing, this folk opera, and acting isn't really my thing. I can perform, but acting
Hmm.
isn't really my thing. But still, I'd be like standing there on stage and listening to the other performers sing and the whole storyline, being in it, and just getting like chills, and being like,
Wow.
damn, like each time, because you can apply the storyline metaphorically to so many different aspects in your life. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
just like, oh, that's good stuff, soul food.
Mm.
Absolutely. Well, we can't wait to hear it. Okay, I'm going to mute
All right,
us. Yeah.
I had a lot to say about that. Why do we build the wall, my children, my children? Why do we build the wall? Why do we build the wall? We build the wall to keep us free. That's why we build the wall. We build the wall to keep us free. How does the wall keep us free? My children, my children. How does the wall keep us free? How does the wall keep us free? The wall keeps out the enemy, and we build the wall to keep us free. That's why we build the wall. We build the wall to keep us free. Who do we call the enemy? My children, my children. Who do we call the enemy? Who do we call the enemy? The enemy is poverty, and the wall keeps out the enemy, and we build the wall to keep us free. That's why we build the wall. We build the wall to keep us free. Because we have and they have not, my brother and sisters, because they want what we have got. Because we have and they have not, because they want what we have got. The enemy is poverty, and the war keeps out the enemy, and we build the wall to keep us free. That's why we build the wall. We build the wall to keep us free. Do we have that they should want? My children, my children. What do we have that they should want? What do we have that they should want? We have a wall to walk upon. We have work and they have none. And our work is never done, my children, my children. And the war is never won. The enemy is poverty, and the war keeps out the enemy. And we build the wall to keep us free. That's why we build the wall. We build the wall to keep us free. We build the wall to keep us free.
Awesome. Boy, that song is forever timely as the patriarchy turns.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So important today. I'm sure as the day it was, written, you know. God. I mean, I feel blessed. I feel blessed that I'm teaching and I still have a paycheck, knock on wood. Still in a time of uncertainty. And speaking of that, we really got to support our artists. Sarah,
Right.
you guys know that.
Here we are.
I know you guys have sites where folks can send you a virtual tip or a real tip.
Yes. So, Sarah, do you have a website or Facebook page? You plug whatever how people can connect with you, and if they want to donate to the musical cause. If you have a PayPal or your picture just went away. Here again.
My battery went low. I'm gonna plug in.
Okay.
So.
Well, while she's doing that, Melanie, you want to tell people how to get a hold of you, how to follow your music, how to donate to your musical cause?
I guess check me out on Melanie Blackbird on Facebook, and I'm kind of, you know, I'm kind of the lazy songwriter, I think. And certainly not playing out during this epidemic, but
Nobody is.
Right.
Well, we are playing out. We're playing out over the Ethernet.
Playing inward. But yeah, Facebook's probably the best, and then yeah, I won't even. My email is like melodymusique@hotmail.com, and I am on PayPal, but I'm certainly not doing it for the music. I would say my sisters support these ladies here who, I know Sarah was performing out and, doing the work. So Sarah and Rachel, Sarah, what's your info, honey?
Well, I guess Facebook, just Sara Grace Facebook. There's a few Sara Graces, but maybe the one that looks like me.
Yeah, and check out, you're playing a lot on Facebook. I love listening to you.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I've been doing that, and it's been really fun. I've never done this kind of stuff before, so it's good. These experiences, and like also the paradox of like being alone in your room and playing to your screen, but like
it's going all over the world.
Yeah, like I have
weird.
my mom, my grandma, and friends in New York, all over being able to watch, so that's cool. So PayPal is PayPal me/sgrace66, and then I have a Venmo I just got to, that's Venmo at Sara SARA Grace GRACE -28. If you so inclined, but definitely me out on Facebook or Instagram. I really like Instagram. That's a fun social media tool. So.
Cool. So you're also Sara Grace on Instagram?
Yeah. But the what's it called? The address is at I Grace I.
Aye, 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 aye.
I Grace.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you two so much for coming into the cafe tonight. So if you want to check out what I'm up to, I have a website, rachelelionbaird.com. So it's RACHEL Elion Baird.com is my website. There's all kinds of stuff from music videos to poetry to art on that page. I have on Instagram, I'm the weather girl. It says weather.girl1000. I post a daily poetic weather report with an image or movie. And my PayPal is my email. So is my Venmo. I think it's rachelbaird9@gmail. And Venmo comes up as Rachel Elion Baird. So, yeah.
Rachel
And
L. Baird?
Rachel Elion. So it's like Elion is how you spell it.
Elion. Okay.
Yeah. My moniker. First, middle, last. So yeah, and I'm gonna keep doing these One World Digital Cafes, and it's so see how conversations can roll, and we got to know all this stuff about Hadestown, which was great, and about what y'all are doing, and what everyone's feeling. So I think it's I wanted to really set it up so it's like if you walked into a cafe and you grabbed a cup of coffee or tea or a glass of wine, whatever, and you're hanging out, listening to some music, talking to friends. So the next One World Digital Cafe is probably going to be in a week or two, and it's going to be a cappella. I have a friend over in Edinburgh who's actually Irish. She has an Irish a cappella band that sings in Irish Gaelic. So she's going to do a couple tunes for us, and she's going to connect some of the choir. So that'll be kind of fun.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so stay tuned. I'm hoping to feature a lot of singer-songwriters and, yeah, post it. And feel free to, so this will be on the One World Digital Cafe Facebook page. So if you want to copy and send it out, feel free. So people can listen to it after the fact also. Yeah. That's it. Any last words from anyone? Anything else?
I'll say big love and big gratitude. Thank you. Nice to meet you, Rachel.
Nice to meet you too. Pleasure.
Yeah.
We'll have to get together when I'm back up in Vermont as soon as they let me in again, right? I think it's mid-May so far.
All right.
I'm there, a lot. So I'm mostly here in summer because work. There's no, just I feel very gypsy-esque these days. Like I'm roaming around where work is, right? I guess that's a musical thing to do anyway.
That's good. No, Martha's Vineyard is like a
Vineyard, yeah. Yeah, I'm having to choose my beaches right now because some of them are a little too crowded for distancing. The usual ones. So I'm hanging out up island, which is where I am mostly. I'm going to risk life and limb tomorrow and go to the store because I'm out of dark chocolate. And, it's not doable.
Yeah.
I tried to order some online, but yeah, I'm not the first person to think of that. So I actually have to go to the store to get some. They put it in my trunk. I just go online and order a whole bunch of chocolate and be like, okay, I'm going to do it curbside pickup.
We need our chocolate fix.
Yeah, I'm just living on salads and chocolate's pretty good and different kinds of tea and it works. Going through the cupboards, there's lots of, I'm making a lot of dal these days. So, yeah, it's still cold and windy here, so dals are good. And I'm missing the Indian restaurant in Middlebury too. I'm a fixture there.
Oof, I know. So actually, I went to the co-op today, and they started up the making hot sandwiches again, and I got one, and I was
wow.
it only been like a month, and it was just this stupid Reuben. This stupid.
But it's so
sandwich.
good, right?
It was so good. I wanted like,
Like,
yeah,
ah.
yeah. I
Right.
mean, yeah. I hear you. Yeah. The
I'm
conversion.
so thankful. I have a Thai place like literally right up my street, and they do like curbside takeout.
Fantastic.
Oh my gosh, I need my Tom Kha Kai.
Oh, wow. Yeah, as you know, the vineyard in off season anyway is, I mean, there are a few places that are doing takeout, but I've just been cooking at home.
Yeah.
Lots of Indian food, curries, curries and chocolate. It's all serotonin boosters,
Yeah.
basically.
Sounds
Work.
You and I get along real well, Rachel. Yeah.
Well, I will see both of you soon, hopefully, and that's it for this episode of the One World Digital Cafe. I'm going to turn off the recording.